What's up? What's up? As you know, right now it's a battle uh, between the Democrats and Trump versus the 14th Amendment, which is crazy because the way that they say Trump is so racist and doesn't care for us and all of those things, you would think that the Democratic Party would actually be working with him, especially the blacks, the Hakeem Jeffries, the Cory Bookers, the Jasmine Crockett, the Ayanna Presley, everybody, the anybody, the liberals, the progressives, the Bernie Sanders, the Elizabeth Warren, Nancy Pelosi, everybody that is so that keeps crying out about blacks not receiving, black Americans not receiving their fair share and not getting everything that we need to be and all of that. Thank you. It's a guy by the name of Harold Pierre. He's a comedian, but he also has a line called Black. But no, because it's big money in this illegal immigration scheme, this New Americans plan that they have been working on for a very long time. Chicago, Rahm Emanuel put it in place in 2012. So while the Democrats, the AIPAC and them were funding these House Negroes to scare us with the Project 2025, they failed to mention about the New Americans plan. And that's the issue. That's the problem. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the New Americans plan, but the New Americans plan is basically our replacements, and they really counted us out. That's basically what it was. It was a plan to bring all these illegals over here, and or migrants, because they say you get hit if you say the illegal immigrants. Maybe that's why I keep getting shadow banned. But the Chicago New Americans plan, it was unveiled December 2012 under Mayor Rahm Emanuel. This was a pioneer municipal strategy aimed for making Chicago the most immigrant-friendly city in the United States. This comprehensive plan outlined 27 initiatives designed to integrate immigrants into the city's economic, civic, and cultural life. The key components of the plan, the first one was economic growth and jobs. You can get this shirt at uncomfortabletruth.lifestyle.com, and you also can go to chicagofoodsred.com. This has freedmen in the front, and in the back it has 13th, 14th, and 15th, because those are our freedmen amendments. So that's why it's just so surprising to me to not see Jasmine Crockett and the rest of those people, the rest of black people who hate Trump and saying that Trump is racist and destroying our country, is not on the same level with him right now. They should be at the table together. Like, this should be unity right here, but it's big business in what we're about to talk about. So anyway, economic growth and jobs, support for immigrant entrepreneurs, establishment of small business incubators and the Chamber University to assist immigrant-owned businesses, professional re-entry programs, assistance for skilled immigrants to enter their professions, pop-up city services, provision of city services in off-site locations to to increase accessibility, better educated youth, early childhood education, expansion of early childhood programs for immigrant families, parental engagement, creation of parent engagement centers to involve immigrant parents in their children's education, vibrant and welcoming communities, public safety and access to services, initiatives to ensure immigrants feel safe and can access necessary services, civic engagement, programs to encourage participation in civic life and community activities, implementation and oversight. To oversee the execution of these initiatives, the Office of New Americans was established in July 2011. The Office of New Americans collaborated with various stakeholders, including community organizations, academic institutions, and the private sector to enhance services for Chicago migrant communities. It assisted, right now it assisted over probably 70,000 immigrants. But at the time, they say the Chicago New Americans, before the flood came, before Jim Crow Joe Biden decided that the hell with you niggas and the hell with you white Americans who haven't figured it out, we're going to bring in our replacements. So the Chicago New American initiatives aim to assist 10,000 eligible immigrants in becoming U.S. citizens, marking one of the most comprehensive municipal efforts in the country. Mind you, this is Rahm Emanuel who's talking about getting back in government. In 2016, they had a legal protection fund. The city allocated $1.3 million, that's our tax dollar, to establish a fund providing free legal services to immigrants and refugees, benefiting over 60,000 individuals through workshops and legal clinics. So by that time, they done got 30 more thousand. So we got about a good 100,000. We got probably about a good 150,000 immigrants over here between Rahm Emanuel sneaking them in and giving them everything they needed because he was already playing. That's why he shut down all them schools and all that stuff. This plan. What happened was the Laquan McDonald thing. That's what threw all this off. So that's why we in shambles and all this. The municipal ID program. The introduction of the Chicago City Key in 2018 provided residents, including undocumented immigrants, with government-issued, probably real IDs, that also functions as library cards and transit passes. And then they have the Welcoming City Ordinance that was approved September 2012. The ordinance prohibits city agencies and police from inquiring about individual immigration status, fostering a more inclusive environment. Okay. So that is what we are in. That's basically what we're in. We are in the new Americans plan. And what happened is we were not supposed to wake up, but God and our ancestors had no choice but to wake us up, because if we did not wake up, we would be much more, we bad. It's bad, but it ain't as bad as it would have been if y'all would have put Kamala Harris in there. So going back to the 14th Amendment, one of the things that Trump signed when he got in office, one of the executive orders that he signed was something that basically, I know for sure Freedmen community wanted, but I'm pretty sure all Americans wanted, anybody that was pro-America, anybody that just saw the invasion that we went to, but it's protecting the meaning and value of American citizenship. So January 20th, 2025, this was one of his executive orders. By the authority vested in me as president of the president by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, hereby order Section 1, purpose. The privilege of United States citizenship is a priceless and profound gift. The 14th Amendment states all persons born on or naturalized in the United States and the subject to jurisdiction, therefore, are citizens of the United States and of the states wherein they reside. The provision rightly reputed the Supreme Court of the United States shameful decision of Dred Scott versus Sanford, which misinterpreted the Constitution as permanently excluding people of African descent from eligibility of the United States citizenship solely based on their race. But the 14th Amendment has never been interpreted to extend citizenship universally to everyone born within the United States. The 14th Amendment has always excluded from birthright citizenship persons who were born in the United States but not subject to the jurisdiction therefore of, consistent with the understanding the Congress has further specified through legislation that a person born in the United States and subject to jurisdiction therefore of is a national and citizen of the United States at birth. Among the categories of individuals born in the United States and not subject to the jurisdiction therefore of, the privilege of the United States citizenship does not automatically extend to persons born in the United States when that person's mother was unlawfully present in the United States and their father was not a United States citizen or lawful permanent resident at the time of said person's birth. When the person's mother presence in the United States at the time of said birth was lawful but temporary, such as, but not limited to, visiting the United States under the visa waiver program or visiting on a student work or tourist visa, and the father was not a United States citizen or lawful permanent resident at the time of said person's birth. It is the policy of the United States that no department or agency of the United States government shall issue documents recognizing United States citizenship or accept documents issued by state, local, or other governments or authorities purporting to recognize United States citizenship to persons. When that person's mother was unlawfully present in the United States and the person's father was not a United States citizen or lawful permanent resident at the time of said person's birth, when the person's mother's presence in the United States was lawful but temporary and the person's father was not a United States citizen or lawful permanent resident at the time of said person's birth. Subsection of this section shall apply only to the persons who were born within the United States after 30 days from the date of this order. Nothing in this order shall be construed to affect the entitlement of other individuals, including children of lawful permanent residents, to obtain documentation of the United States citizenship. Enforcement. The Secretary of State, the Attorney General, the Secretary of Homeland Security, and the Commissioner of Social Security shall take all appropriate measures to ensure that the regulations and policies of their respective department and agencies are consistent with the order and that no officers, employees, or agents or their respective departments and agencies act or forbear from acting in any manner inconsistent with that order. The heads of all executive departments, agencies shall issue public guidance within 30 days of the date of this order regarding this order's implementation. Sorry, y'all, I'm messed up today. With respect to their operations and activities. I'm getting a little sick feeling that because I think maybe just irritated. Section 4, definitions as used in this order. Mother means the immediate family biological. Father means the immediate male biological. Nothing in this order shall be construed to impair or otherwise affect the authority granted by law to an executive department of agency or the head therefore of the functions of the director of the Office of Management and Budget relating to budget, administrative, and legislative proposals. This order shall be implemented consistent with applicable law and subject to the availability of appropriations. The order is not intended to and does not create any right or benefit, substantive or procedural, enforceable at law or in equity by any party against the United States, its department, agencies, entities, its officers, employees, or agents, or any other person. The White House, signed January 20, 2025. He signed this January 20, 2025. We are in halfway through May going into June. This 30 days, February 20th, this should have been the Democrats should have been okay with this. Y'all are for y'all. You first of all, as you're all black people vote for y'all. You understand? Y'all have made it that the civil right that the Democratic Party was the party who gave us the civil rights and and affirmative action and the HBCUs and the black elite and just basically like y'all like the Democratic Party like they broke us free from modern day slavery during those times in the 60s, and like they were the party. The Republicans were always the bad party, always the racist. All this is what they always have told people. They have always stuck with this story. So I don't understand why in the world is the Democratic Party, especially the DEIs of the Democratic Party, arguing with President Trump about this 14th Amendment that is our amendment. The 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution is one of the most important and far-reaching amendments, particularly in the context of civil rights and equal protection under the law. It was ratified on July 9th, 1868, as part of the Reconstruction Amendments, 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments, which aim to secure rights for formerly enslaved people after the Civil War. Section 1, Citizenship and Equal Protection. All persons born or naturalized in the United States is subject to jurisdiction therefore are citizens of the United States in the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Oh, really? Nor deny to any person with his jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. Birthright citizenship. Anyone born in the U.S. is automatically a citizen, important for debates on immigration. Privileges of immunities clause limits interference and for the rights of national citizenship. The due process clause states cannot deprive people of life, liberty, or property without legal fairness. Equal protection clause laws must be equally to all, forming basis for many civil rights. Well, I would like to discuss all of this BS because freedmen community, it's time to rise up and ride with President Donald J. Trump. Okay? They are not going to continue to manipulate the 14th Amendment, the Democratic Party, because they have made billions of dollars, probably trillions of dollars on this immigration scam. Y'all are mad at Trump, which is crazy because Trump is out here at this age of 79. It's basically saying that birthright citizenship was not meant for the babies of enslaved people. Birthright citizenship was meant for the babies of enslaved people, not for illegal immigrants. Foreign nationals are gaming the system, coming to the U.S. just to have babies, then using that child citizenship to stay, drain our resources, and laugh at us, laugh at Americans. The U.S. is one of the only countries in the world that gives automatic citizenship this way. That's why the passport brothers, that's why they go over there. Passport brothers got thousands of babies over in wherever they go, Korea and Thailand and Colombia and stuff like that. Okay, now they can't even do that. Anyway, back to this. The U.S. is only one of the countries in the world that gives automatic citizenship this way. Trump's executive order to reinterpret the 14th Amendment was blocked by lower courts, and now it's before the Supreme Court. Okay. It was adopted in 1868. Like I said, the amendment was written to give Black people full citizenship after the Civil War, subject to the jurisdiction therefore of, does not include foreigners here illegally. What Trump and plenty of other people have been trying to argue, other Republicans that are out there that are on the Hill arguing about the 14th Amendment, while the Democrats, Jasmine Crockett and them, Hakeem Jeffries, Cory Booker, are arguing against this. These Black Americans, so they say they Black Americans, are arguing with Trump about the 14th Amendment, but here they go with that reparation talk. If you are arguing about the 14th Amendment when it comes to freedmen, why are you on the other leg talking about, on the other hand, talking about it's time for us to get our reparations? That is just a talking point that y'all going to continue to talk about because y'all have nothing else to talk about. Governor Wes Moore, who's a Jamaican, he already shot down the reparation thing just like Gavin Newsom did. And crazy thing is another blue Democrat, and he's Wes Moore is the governor of Maryland. He just shot it down, Jamaican, for reparations. And then here you go with what's that man named Gavin Newsom, who did it right before the election. Because he lost California. I mean, Kamala really lost California really because of that. But the Democratic Party do not want you to get reparations. You're never going to get reparations or any type of a reparation, anything. You're not going to get anything. And right now, when it comes to reparations for Black Americans, y'all really don't deserve it because y'all can't even see the problem right now. The fact that this white man that y'all keep saying is a racist, is arguing about the 14th Amendment for us. They're arguing it for us. And you've got y'all hate him so much because he's a billionaire and rich, and I don't even know why y'all hate him. Like I'm still trying to figure out the list of why y'all hate him, but why y'all have this syndrome against him. But he's the only person that's arguing this. He's the president of the United States of America. Not a mayor, not a governor, not a alderman. He's not arguing as Donald Trump, the businessman. He's arguing as the president of the United States of America, the nation. And we're not sticking by him. That's crazy. Like that's insane. Like y'all are really out here wanting. Y'all are for sure wanting us to like be erased. Like y'all hate yourselves that much that y'all not even seeing what this man is doing. Like this man is literally JD Vance ain't gonna do it. I can't stand JD Vance. I ain't even gonna hold you. JD Vance would never. So I'm trying to tell you right now. I don't know what is wrong with y'all, but the amendment was never about immigration. It was to repair for slavery, not a shortcut for border hoppers. And he's trying to explain, he's fighting this, okay? And with the Supreme Court, I believe that the Supreme Court will side with him. This is the problem that we have to do. We have to rise up as freedmen Americans. We have to rise up as Americans, patriots. We have to rise up as people who know that this is our country and our ancestors built it. We have to on our ancestors. We have to build like we have to rise up. And we have to demand, like we have to. I don't know if we gotta like it has to be the largest protest in American history, like where we all like MAGA and freedmen and Chicago Flips Red and ADO, anybody that is for the 14th Amendment and know that and is not for illegal immigration. We got to rise up. We have to, like, we all, anybody that's America first, like this our country, like they will pass whatever they need to pass for Trump. Trump made sure he got the right people. They were mad as hell that he picked those judges. Remember they were saying they're racist. He's racist. If he picks the judges, we're done. We're going. No, they're done. The Democratic Party is done. They're literally dying on a hill for illegal immigrants because they making trillions of dollars with the cartel. Trillions of dollars with the cartel. They have sold black communities out completely. We don't have nothing, like nothing. And they're going to do the same for y'all, white Americans, if y'all do not get out here with us, okay? Now, it's some stupid niggas. I know it. But it's some stupid whites too, and y'all know it. But at the end of the day, this president of the United States is standing on this 14th Amendment hill that he does not have to. This man does not have to stand on this hill, but he's standing on this hill for us and waiting for us to get up there with him. Like, I don't understand what the problem is. I was in an X space earlier today. It was a person talking about some what if that, if this, if that. Mark Carter get it. Other people get it. But y'all be going in here thinking deeper than what this is really not this hard. Like it's not, it's just as simple as the Montgomery boycott. When they finally said, fuck it, and they started carpooling and walking and refusing to take them buses. It's like the same thing, just this time, it's all of us. It's all of America. Bring the children, bring. We don't. It don't have to be a violent thing. It could be. It really could be all of us pulling up to the Supreme Court, and saying, please, honorable judges, supreme justices, please, can you pass this Birthright Citizenship HR? Let me see what it's called. HR. That's one of the things that and y'all mad at the HR thing. I just was reading about that earlier. HR 569. It's Birthright Citizenship Act of 2025. It was introduced in House on the next day. As soon as I just read that executive order, that was January 20th. January 21st, 2025, they introduced it to House. The bill limits birthright citizenship by redefining what it means to be subject to the jurisdiction of the United States. Currently, a person born in the United States and subject to U.S. jurisdiction is entitled to citizenship. Under the bill, a person is a subject to U.S. jurisdiction if he or she is born to a parent who is 1, a U.S. citizen or national, 2, a lawful permanent resident residing in the United States, a non-U.S. national alien under federal law with a lawful immigration status who is performing active services in the armed forces. This bill does not affect the citizenship or nationality status of any person born before the bill's enactment date. That's why they're trying to rush and do whatever they are to get all these people in here, which is crazy. When I say Chicago's so broke and DFS doesn't even do what they're supposed to do, there's illegal immigrant kids all over the place, from the nighttime to the afternoon to the more early mornings. You've got these shelters that are in our communities that Pritzker and Brandon Johnson and Kwame Raoul and whoever else is linked up to get this money that they are laundering in all these and Rainbow Push as well. All they're pushing through anybody that's for this illegal immigrant thing. You getting money. You getting a lot of money, and y'all are taking it off of us. It's us. So we need to have some type of freedmen protests. Okay, we need to take back the 14th. And as far as it has to, the 14th Amendment has to be restored back to the original intent, protecting us. Okay, so when people sit here and talk about, well, we need to put Black Americans, so freedmen, we're freedmen, and this is our 14th Amendment. And if we had representation like we should have had, but we've never had, because Jesse Jackson is one of the main motherfuckers. That's why I cannot stand Jesse Jackson. Like I said, and a lot of people hate me because I'm going on Jesse Jackson. But Jesse Jackson is one of the main sellouts who got everything he wanted, and he was the poster child for the rest of these other Black sellouts that were in the position to get us everything we needed, especially after Dr. King was killed. Okay, that would just be common sense. Okay, like nothing happened. They just went and started getting. It's like they just start getting their money and then start still talking about, yeah, because you know what, we're oppressed and we're going to get our money and y'all could all this stuff could stop, and it's gonna stop. It's gonna stop with us. It's us. We have to come together. This is the final movement. I've been talking about this for the longest, before I even declared going Republican last year. I've been talking about all of this. Like this the final movement. Okay, American patriots, okay, freedmen. This is the final. We don't need these Democrats can't never get back in. I mean, they're like, you have to demolish this, like demolish. They are fraud. They've been fraud for forever. They don't have nothing, and they don't. These niggas they gravy train is over with, and the only thing they have left is all the fentanyl, all the human trafficking, all the sex trafficking that they have brought over here by way of asylum seeking fraud and immigration fraud. Like the nerve of trying to lock people up for PPP when everybody should be out. There should be one person to get locked up for PPP loan. All the money that these asylum seekers that stole, fraud, these people, with the help of our no good ass government, we can't get. They had an Office of New Americans plan, got everything set up for them to get their businesses. People had to lie on the PPP application just to get some money. Some did get their money to get businesses, to put their business, or had an idea for a business, or had the business and put the money in their business. Like, this is crazy how they handed these people everything. And on top of that, now that Trump is in office, they want to fight Trump for all the years because they have to continue to keep this narrative that they've been lying about the whole time about us being oppressed and the Republicans. The Republicans is trash. The established ones, yes, but not all of, not the ones who want to see change. Not Trump, not a Trump Republican, not a Trump Republican. Like that's no. So we have to protest, Freedmen. Like we have to. So I don't know if y'all want to take it. We have to take it. We got to take it to DC. I would skip the cities, skip the blue cities. We have to take it to. We have to take it to DC. That's the only that we have taken to DC. Mr. Gregory. When I asked Mr. Gregory why did he live in DC, he said because that's where all the laws is made, baby. He says you got to stay there. You got to stay there. And he's absolutely right. That is the head. And you've got a president in office that is fighting for us. He been in there only on 200 days now, if not 200 days. So it's time for us. We have to go to DC. We have to, if we got a carpool, if we got to rent a bus, if we got to fly, if we got to get Airbnbs, get hotels, we have to go out there because we have to tell the Supreme Court, please, yes, chocolate, it ain't Chocolate City like it used to be. They're calling it vanilla frappe now. But they're starting to be like that everywhere. The gentrification on the Democratic side, because the blacks are selling out everything. They're selling out. They are giving everything away. The boule, the juju, the divine nine, the educated thieves and scammers, the ones that talk bad about us. Our records, you got a record. Man, you doing the same shit. You just think at the end of the day it's on some immunity stuff. Nah, y'all big age, y'all make a good salary. Majority of the people that have been got locked up or been stealing like me, I've stolen, is because if I got into the government, if I was able to get everything I need for what I was doing back in the day or whatever, but back in the day I was just steal. But just now because I've been delivered from stealing, I'm fighting the city because I need my money so I can do my businesses. I want my money to help my community out. Nobody, I'm not a kleptomaniac. Now motherfuckers are just steal, just like a habitual liar, just lie to lie. You know, they're out there. There's mental illness. However, majority of the crimes that Black Americans, freedmen Americans, commit is because of the lack of money and resources. And at the end of the day, it's because the people who we have that represent our communities are stealing everything. The preachers, the nonprofits, the mayors, the aldermen, like they stealing everything. The reparations study money. That's a whole nother situation. And with our tax dollar. So that's the problem. And now you have somebody that's willing to be in there, that's willing to give us everything that we need. And he's trying, and y'all are mad at him. Y'all should be standing with him. That's how you know it's a game. That's how you know that the Democratic Party has never been for Black America. Because if they were for Black America, we would not be fighting over this Birthright Citizenship Act. No way in the world. They would have been like, okay, Trump, all right, I see what you're doing, Trump. Okay, that's a step into the right direction. That's a step. He bringing up Reconstruction again, all that. While y'all talk about that over here, then you come over here to the ones who still listen, who still watch mainstream media, who just hate Trump because you just hate Trump. You've got those ones. You put a Jasmine Crockett or who else? I forgot what that person now. The girl from Philadelphia that just bought. We're owed trillions and trillions of dollars of reparations. We're owed trillions and trillions of dollars of reparations. You over here saying that while Donald Trump is trying to get birth citizenship rights act going, and because you are Black women and y'all are freedmen, I think that you're supposed to be freedmen. You should know about the Constitution. You guys took an oath. A lot of y'all are lawyers, so if you're a lawyer, Jasmine Crockett, you should understand that the 14th Amendment is for us, and you should be right with Trump right now. You should be standing right next to Trump. You should be like, yeah, y'all wrong. Yeah, like, nah, he right. Ayanna Pressley, all that. So, like, you're not doing that because that was not in the playbook. The Democratic Party is all about actors and actresses and socialites. They don't want to. And we're real life adults we're paying bills. We're paying bills. We have to figure out all of this stuff. And we're paying property taxes. We're at the age, like I'll be 40 in January. We're at the age where we're paying property taxes. We're trying to create wealth for our families. We're trying to get married. We're trying to have children. We're trying to live that life that, like I said, like my mother gave me, the great suburban life. But I want to live it in the urban. I want to live it in the city. As I always want to live. But people like the suburban life. But you're not giving us those. You're not letting us do that. You're not letting us do that at all. And that's a problem. So we have, like, this has to end, man. Like, this has to end. But we have to stick by President Trump. Like, if we don't stick by President Trump, it's over. Like, it's over. We are like at this point, I feel like he needs to declare martial law. I believe he needs to declare martial law. Martial law is a temporary, where am I at right now? Direct military control over normal civilian functions of government, usually in response to a crisis such as a war, natural disaster, civil unrest, this is what I can't see, civil unrest, or large-scale insurrection. And we are living in a natural disaster, okay? We have been in a natural disaster. Black America have been in a natural disaster since Jesse Jackson gave us African American and nobody didn't fight for it, but I was not even born yet. But America, we have been in like modern America, we have been in a natural disaster since COVID, since they snuck this BS COVID in here, and it hasn't been right because they were working on getting him out and making sure he never gets back in, Trump and all that stuff. So they had to think of something. This time they can't think of it. They can't do nothing crazy because everybody woke up, right? So everybody ain't going for that shit no more. So now that's why they fighting for the 14th Amendment. Like, they are literally like fighting for the 14th Amendment. That's an amendment for the freedmen, for us, for black. That's the craziest thing out of all this. Anyway, what martial law means: the suspension of civil law, normal legal processes may be paused. Military authority replaces civilian rule. Military officers may take over policing and governance. Suspension of rights, civil liberties like free speech, habeas corpus, the right to a fair trial, and protection from unlawful searches may be limited. Curfews and restrictions the government may impose, strict controls on movement, gatherings, and activities. At this point, I'm ready for it all because the police can't do nothing. The team takeovers that Brandon Johnson in Chicago is paying for out of his $830 million infrastructure money that he done stole to try to buy people votes and everything, because he's trying to secure a second term, and that's not going to happen. Like you said, you're going to take the windows or take the stairs, but you're out of there. Like, you're out of there. Like, it's you're not ever coming back. If we have to declare martial law on your ass just alone, it's going to happen. You're never getting, I don't care if you stole that almost $1 billion, if you made, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you live in Beverly. I don't care if you think it doesn't, it's done. You can go into all these churches and lie like you did today on the West Side. You are a liar. You are a criminal. You are a thief. Are you okay? Criminal, you're a thief, you're everything that you say Donald Trump is. You are the worst that ever did it. The U.S. Constitution still applies, so just understand that now. So even if he declares martial law, the U.S. Constitution still applies. So, and we have cell phones, and we have cameras, and we have social media, so it will be televised just in case shit get real. But it's already real. We're already in it. We are living it. It's bad out here. Some examples of martial law was in Hawaii, 1941 and 1944. Martial law was declared after the Pearl Harbor attack. Little Rock, Arkansas, Eisenhower sent federal troops during school desegregation. New Orleans, post-Katrina, 2005. That's when that mayor was stealing. That mayor stole a lot of money, too. He went to prison, his old ass. He had just got out, but he stole a lot of money, too. That's all they do is steal money all day. So you know how much money he stole during Hurricane Katrina? National Guard deployed, though not full martial law. But I think it could be declared on top of for this illegal immigration thing because they're all over the place. Like we've got too many gangs here. It's a lot of killings that's not being televised on TV. You don't know about it. It's a lot of gangs that are trying to step up and do what the old gangs used to do. They're trying, but it's kind of hard because you're dealing with some different these people different, and then this ain't the same. This ain't the mob from back in the day. This ain't the old black gangsters, Lucas and all. Nah, this ain't none of that. This is we are in a this is bad. Okay, this is the pill popping game. Okay, they can't save us for if they wanted to. Okay, they high on lean, they wearing skinny jeans, and they got the switches bigger than their body. We cannot. We don't. We can't. They. I really want them to go. They need to lock them up. Them is the ones who need to lock up. Okay, because they ain't doing nothing but waiting for the guns to come from the government that's putting them in the freight trains and bringing them over here so they can do it. We have nothing in our communities, like I continue to say. But what counts as illegal immigration, because we got to make sure we got this too, unauthorized entry. Everybody that came over here that crossed that border without going through the legal channels, they are illegal. So everybody that's around here that's just on these corners and doing what they're doing and and in these shelters in our communities, making our property tax go up, and music and drug thing and having multiple babies and all this. Like these people are unauthorized. They should not be here at all. The overstay visas, that's all the Hindu Indians. Majority of them are on visas that are expired. They need to go as well. False documentation. A lot of them have did fraud, using false papers to enter and work. Use that language barrier thing, like that I don't speak English. Speak all the English that you know enough English to get over here to make them papers. Asylum abuse, claiming asylum fraudulently to avoid deportation. That's what we're dealing with now. And you've got these elected officials from the local, state, and federal on the Democratic side, and a few artists, Republicans, and activist judges or judges that just is as crap. That's why with them too, because they getting the bag. They dropping the bag off to them too now. Between 2024 and 2025, millions have entered the U.S. Okay, under these policies that are fraud. Okay, catch and release. The asylum loopholes, and then these border surges. The sanctuary cities like Chicago, New York, and San Francisco, they're refusing to cooperate with ICE. Okay, that's Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Okay, and it's leading a big fight and war between local and federal authorities because they see the BS, but they can't do nothing about it. The southern U.S. border is a major point of entry with concerns. I ain't even know current concerns. It's fentanyl, it's trafficking, it's human smuggling, and it's national security threats. They're here. They're everywhere. They are in this country. And you have Hakeem Booker, Jasmine Crockett, Hakeem Jeffries, Cory Booker, all of them AOC, of course, that's her guest. These are people: Bernie Sanders, Nancy Pelosi, Hillary Clinton, Obama. They bringing out only person I haven't heard talk yet is Bill Clinton, because Bill Clinton know what it is. He knew, he did that study with Barbara Jordan. He knew what it was. But you got all these people that are fighting to keep these people in. How much you think they getting? It's big business. It's the Democratic way. They've been doing this. They the real welfare recipients. They have not done nothing. They have not passed a law. What has Jasmine Crockett passed for us? What has Hakeem Jeffries passed for us? What has Cory Booker passed for us? Y'all are talking about a reparations law act that will never be in place. Y'all been talking that same reparations talk. F that. F that. I want the migrant package. I want the migrant package, and I want the Birthright Citizenship Act to pass tomorrow. I want it. I want y'all to tomorrow. That's what we want. That's what we want. Okay? That's what we want. Everybody wants the reparation package. Everybody. Every American wants a reparation package. I want a forensic audit when it comes to all the resources, economic resources that's supposed to go to every Black community, because we had the money. It was just stolen. And it's going to continue to be stolen because y'all are so busy worried about President Trump. President Trump ain't the problem. President Trump is not a problem. Y'all worried about 60 South Africans. Them 60 South Africans ain't the problem. They ain't the problem at all. They ain't the problem. It's these millions Hispanics that we dealing with. These foreigners in government right now. That's the problem. We are at war. That's the problem. Them 60 South Africans, they ain't the problem. Okay? No. DeSantis, he ain't the problem. Trump, he ain't the problem. J.D. Vance, he ain't the problem either, but he keeps taking these trips out the country. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't rock with him. He's not going to be the president. He can't be the president. The next president, it has to be a person who is on the same wave Trump is, on the same wave as a Chicago Flint Red, as a MAGA person. That's it. That's the new Republican Party. That understand freedmen, that respect freedmen, and respect the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment, that's not scared to speak up about the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. It's okay. It's history. Okay? But they cannot, J.D. Vance can't get up in that, or anybody else, because because these people are established. They went to school for this. You do not need school for politics. You do not need school for politics. No. They don't. These are thieves. These are and the racists. The white supremacy is going to continue because it's in the government. You understand? It's in the government. Even when people talk about white supremacy in these corporations and stuff, these corporations are private. They can have all types of white supremacy in that. It's in the government. The government is the problem, and the government is going to continue to assimilate in white supremacy. The government is enabled slavery. It enabled slavery, So it's the government. The government supremacy is that we had 14 Democratic presidents before we had Abraham Lincoln, a Republican. And as soon as the Civil War and gave us 13th, 14th, 15th Amendment, next thing you know, they blow his brains out. Anybody wants to give us anything, they mess it up. Look what they're doing with Trump. Trump out here by himself. And you got Black people in the Democratic Party arguing with him about the 14th Amendment. That's for us. That's misdirected anger. Or you fucking up the game. I've been making millions of dollars lying to these people about us being oppressed, about the white supremacy, about the white man, about they hate the LGBTQ. The white man on the Republican side hates the LGBTQ. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't want this. They don't want that. We must fight, 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 fight. They don't want that. Yeah, what the fuck? Nah, this is y'all. But I blame us because we do not pay attention to what's going on. We have to pay attention to what is going on. Motherfuckers got mad at January 6th thing. I mean, at the end of the day, there's gonna have to be a peaceful protest for this 14th Amendment. It's literally going. We have no other choice. Like this, literally, like this is a lawsuit. Like this literally a lawsuit. Freeman, and I think people need to understand this. Like, first of all, it's unconstitutional on our part. Like, it's unconstitutional on our part. The Freedmen descendants, we must assert the legal standing as attendant beneficiaries of the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. Okay, unlike any other group who immigrated here voluntarily. We did not immigrate here voluntarily. Like, we did not come. We were put over here. Okay, we were brought over here. Okay, that's number one. Number two is we were enslaved. The government enslaved us. That's where the reparation part come at, guys. So when y'all have like a little argument about, well, we don't owe y'all slave. We don't owe that. Well, the government enabled slavery. We were brought over here. This is not a myth. This is not none of this stuff. Now, we were supposed to continue. Our people were supposed to continue to make sure we get everything that the Jews received, and that did not happen because they teamed up with some racist Jews, and the NAACP happened, and some other stuff. We'll get through that. We'll get that another time. A Bernie Sanders, okay, a racist Jew. Okay, a Rahm Emanuel, a racist Jew. A J.B. Pritzker, a racist Jew. But what are they in the Democratic Party? Okay, so yeah. The argument would be the 14th Amendment is specifically created for Black Americans who were previously enslaved. Okay, the constitutional identity, Freedmen is not a racial group. We're in the Constitution. We're defined as a political class. I want y'all to understand this, Freedmen. So I don't want to hear about no other. Don't come to me about nothing else because I'm a Freedman. So I'm talking to the Freedmen. Talking to the Freedmen, people who identify as Freedmen who understand the U.S. Constitution. I don't care about no other. I don't care about anybody else right now. When it comes to Blacks, I'm not talking about white America. You know what I'm talking about because they got us thinking we're everything else. The Moors, African Americans, all that stuff. I'm directly talking to the freedmen community. Freedmen, okay? Okay, again, it doesn't matter because there's always going to be somebody that's what's wrong with Black people, so it doesn't matter anyway. So this is for the people who this is a lawsuit. So this is for the people who want to do it the legal way, and we demand our protest in DC. Okay, this is who I'm talking to. All right. So the mass extension of 14th Amendment protections to illegal aliens dilutes the protections freedmen were uniquely given that we've never gotten because our representation never gave it to us because y'all keep giving y'all vote to the wrong people, the wrong political party, the Democrats never gave us the Reconstruction era laws, never did. That's why they'll never argue about the 14th Amendment. It's just not in their policies. Like Danielle always say, it's in the policies, so they're never going to argue this. The only person that's arguing the 14th Amendment is the Republicans. The Republicans is doing it, not the Democrats. Okay? So they don't care. It could be a class action suit. U.S. versus Wong Kim Ark, 1898, correctly. That ruling involved parents who were legal permanent residents, not illegal aliens. Argue that phrase is subject to the jurisdiction meant complete political allegiance, which illegal immigrants do not have. Political allegiance. I want y'all to understand that. You need to look up political allegiance. Okay? You got to do this just in case. What's his name? Edward Bloom, the racist conservative person who go around and well, he dismantled affirmative action. And who let them do it? They let them do it. But I was glad that he did it. But this guy, but understand political allegiance. The original intent documented by Senator Jacob Howard, the author of the 14th Amendment, who clarified that this did not apply to foreigners who owe allegiance to another government. Understand that? Who owe allegiance to another government. It makes sense? That's it. This is it, y'all. There's no reason why we have not taken this to we have not taken this to the courts ourselves. Like this like they gave these people $400 billion. $400 billion. Now I don't know if they gave it to them or they stole, but it don't got nothing to do with us. All I know is that we didn't get it, and that's our tax dollar. And we're getting displaced. People can't even, you go to the if you need public assistance, they telling you that if you make a certain amount of money, you can't get this. They're taking your stuff away, all that, giving it to these people. What? It's a theft of our legacy. The 14th Amendment was the Black Americans' Emancipation Clause. Now it's being used as an immigration loophole. While Black families are fighting for housing, jobs, and safety, illegal immigrants are given priority access to everything, even legal protection in sanctuary cities. Chicago, New York, and LA are changing because the new voter base has been imported and Black voices are being silenced with our own amendment. This our amendment. Okay. Drug cartels benefit from the current law. It's not a conspiracy. This is real world. This is real world trafficking and organized crime taking roots in our cities. We got, like, come on, man. Come on. Like, this is bad. So, what we gonna do? Like somebody said, I seen you get $17, $20 a snap. Now they getting their homes taken away. I mean, it's bad. Like, it's bad. The piece of shit Biden and his administration and state officials, they cease using freedom rights to protect non-citizens. So investigations just on that should be opened into public corruption, which I keep saying because it's RICO time. It's RICO time. Okay? Immigration fraud and political displacement. So yeah, we gotta target the U.S. District Court buildings, ICE headquarters, Supreme. We need to go to the Supreme Court, the congressional offices, them do nothing Black Caucus, all them y'all ain't shit. The Department of Justice, like, yeah, yeah. We need everything. We need to, yeah, this is our time. This is our time. And it's not going to take us that long. Like, it's literally not going to take us that long. The lawsuit should be against the federal government, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the state and local governments, NGOs that facilitated mass illegal immigration and sanctuary policies. The violation of the equal protection for prioritizing illegal aliens over the original beneficiaries of the 14th Amendment. Abuse of federal funds that were meant for low-income American descendants of slavery. Violation of the Civil Rights Act, Title 8. And when public services, when public services are diverted to non-citizens. And we want to halt all federal funding and citizenship extensions until freedmen protections are fully restored. For the Biden administration, we can challenge, and we should challenge, for violating the Take Care Clause of the Constitution by refusing to enforce immigration laws, enabling human trafficking and illegal entry of millions, displacing low-income Black Americans in major cities through sanctuary city policies and migrant resettlement, committing fraud and obstruction by bypassing constitutional process to reinterpret the 14th Amendment via executive action. And then you already know, Chicago suing the New Americans Plan under Rahm Emanuel's administration. While the city promoted diversity, freedom, and identity erased within official DEI, Black Chicagoans are always grouped into people of color and masking the unique historical harms they have endured from slavery, Jim Crow, redlining, and mass incarceration. And we also need to demand an immediate moratorium on all city funding and resources allocated to the New Americans Plan or anything like the New Americans Plan and immigrant resettlement programs. This pause should remain in effect until we get a full, transparent, and independent forensic audit conducted to assess the impact of these programs on freedmen citizens and legacy of Black communities. Clear evidence provided showing that public funds are being distributed equal and not diverted away from historical marginalized Black neighborhoods suffering from systematic neglect, as you see. Yeah, because it's unacceptable for taxpaying dollars to prioritize newcomers over citizens who have endured generations of hardship and contribute deeply to this city. Until these demands are met, and continuing to fund these programs violates the constitutional rights of freedmen, Chicagoans, and freedmen in America, and undermines community trust, and it also undermines American citizens as a whole. So this is a movement that we need to link up. Like, Yeah, we got to link up. Yeah, fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Joe Biden. Okay? So, yeah. But that's what it is. So we have to stand with President Trump. I don't want to hear about nothing. Our government is our embassy. We don't have nothing else. This is our embassy. That's why we can't, like, I can't go over. Like I said, I was locked up. I was locked up before in Nassau, Bahamas, and I had to go by what they said. You understand? I couldn't say, well, no, I'm from the United States of America. You better let me go right now. Matter of fact, I can't go over there right now. I love Nassau. I mean, I've been over there since, but I would live in Nassau, Bahamas. I can't go over there. I would have to come back in 90 days because I am a United States citizen. I would have to give up my passport, all that stuff. I'm doing all that. So I'm just saying, like, something got to give. Like, there's a lawsuit. There's a whole lawsuit, and America, we all got one, and people are mad and people are upset. But we all got a lawsuit, and but we also need we need you, Trump. Like, if you start getting stuff moving, you need to send the feds to all these blue cities and start picking up these elected officials. You can call me tomorrow and I will help you go through everything for Chicago and Illinois. I will break down all of the corruption, the fraud, everything, and definitely in 121 North LaSalle. We can start with him first, and then Tony Preckwinkle. Then I could take you to Harvey, right? While you work on that, and then we could do Pritzker with all his NGOs and all stuff that he's been doing. But I got Illinois, and we got the people in place to start locking these people up now. And they probably will let the other cities will see that they're not effing around, and they'll probably let that Birthright Citizenship Act go through. We might not even have to do any. We might not have to even go protest. If you bring the feds to Chicago in the before the Supreme Court make that decision. Oh, sorry about that. Before the Supreme Court makes that decision, I promise you, they're gonna let it go, because if they stole billions of dollars in just the city of Chicago, billions of dollars. Okay, he just stole another $835 million February 26th to try to secure his next election that he's not going to get. But Trump, yeah, we're calling on Cash Patel, on Pam Bondi, on Dan Bongino, you, Trump, please, we need you here. Yeah, we need you here. Meanwhile, also, we need to plan the biggest protest on earth, freeman community, and and just American citizens, the patriots, our allies, because this our country, this our tax dollar. We don't need to be paying no taxes at all. Why are we paying property taxes? Honestly, why are we paying property taxes? That doesn't make any sense. Why are we paying property taxes? Why are we paying anything? These niggas, the Democratic Party owe us everything that they got. Every piece of penny that they have, that's who owe us reparations. The Democratic Party owe Black America reparations. If that's what we want to keep it 100, that's who owes us reparations. We gave them everything, and they took everything away from us. We had communities. We had everything in our communities. They took everything away from us. That's who owe us reparations. Nobody else. They owe us reparations. The Democratic Party needs to be dismantled. They have literally ruined lives. They're murderers. They're child molesters. They're everything. They're everything. They're sick. They are demons. They are demons. They have literally took everything away from us. They are not for us. They are not for nobody that wants to make America great. Nobody, Mr. Gregory said, I wouldn't mind paying taxes if this was a friendly country. This ain't a friendly country. You got too many foreigners in our government on the Democratic side. That's why Vivek Rawamsey, nigga, no, you're never getting a governor in Ohio. Never. Never. Get these foreigners out of our government. Mr. Trump needs us. He is out there fighting for us. How are y'all mad that this man is fighting for the 14th Amendment for us? Y'all crazy. Y'all stupid. Y'all are indoctrinated in thinking that the Democratic Party cares. The Democratic Party has never cared for you. Has never cared for you at all. They've only cared for themselves. They don't care. And you're a fool. You are an absolute fool to continue to even want to be associated with that. That's crazy. You're nuts. You are nuts. These foreign that you got right now, you got Israel, India, Mexico trying to get that White House, trying to get this country. And these whole ass Democrats is giving it to them for some pennies and a statue. As long as they get some statues, man, these people need to go down in history as the worst niggers on earth. Like they should have a Mount Rushmore of the worst niggas on earth. Jesse Jackson is definitely number one. Definitely number one. Al Sharpton right next to him. Maxine Waters right next to him. The fuck? Motherfuckers mad at me and Danny for going to protest Rainbow Push. Roland Martin, you have the nerve, and you can't even sit. You ain't even mad. Are you talking about Trump about the 14th Amendment? No, because you Haitian. You don't care. Y'all are anti-American. Y'all foolish, and y'all think because y'all got these degrees and you are the boulet and the juju and all that stuff. You think somebody, you think you better than somebody. Y'all are educated scammers, but the dumbest ones. Y'all dumb as hell. And it's over. It's done. There's nothing else. You can't TikTok your way out of this. You can't cry your way out of this. You can't do any of that. Trump, send the feds. Al Green, Pakistani. That nigga lie. Y'all motherfuckers really think that nigga a black. No, I'm from Louisiana. That nigga is Pakistan. It's Pakistan. That nigga is Pakistani. These people to go to jail. Everybody, all the Democratic parties is frauds. They are SNL. They are one big SNL group. They was all at the Diddy parties. They like, come on now. They ain't never been for us. They don't know. They don't have. They can't even get. They're not even politically aligned. They're not politically inclined, anything. Because if they did, we would have had legislation. The Democratic Party don't care about no legislation. They care about cocaine and drugs, cocktail parties, photo ops, and that's it. Vacations. They literally are bums. They are bums with degrees. Bums with degrees. They don't care about us at all. Y'all crazy as hell. If y'all don't get it together in Chicago, if y'all don't get it together, it ain't no black and brown. I'm trying to tell y'all that. It's right now, it's the Hispanics against the blacks trying to get the government, trying to get, so it ain't going to happen, but I'm just telling you that's what's happening, okay? That's what's happening. Mendoza, Lopez, Garcia, none of that is getting into it's not going to be the governor. It's not going to be the mayor. It's not going to be any of that. No. So black America, white America, and our allies who came over here because they care about our country and they love our country, but they also respect and know whose country this is. It's time to rise up and get these pieces of crap out of our government. Start locking these people up. Call out all y'all pastors, y'all priests, all that. I'm Catholic, born and raised, baptized, all that. My mom too. And we are in spiritual warfare. But we got it because God is with us. And God is with our president. But he needs our help. He can't do it just like me being out. Me and Danielle can't go to every protest, just me and Danielle. We need other people out there too. It's nice that when we go live, we have hundreds of people that watch us. Sometimes we get up to 1,000, 2,000 people. Thank you. Great. But just like he needs help, we need help too. We need to come together. So people got to figure it out. Like, this ain't it. Like, this, nah. They are literally, these people need to go to jail. They need to go to prison. These people need to go to jail. It's time. Like, it's time. Like, that's it. That's the fourth. We shouldn't even be discussing anything about this man, anything negative about this man. This man is literally fighting for us right now. And y'all can't even see it because y'all hate him so much. While Brandon Johnson was just at some West Side church asking for, I think it was West Side or South Side, it doesn't matter because he's going on churches, black church tour all summer while our kids is getting shot and killed and stuff like that. He ain't gonna show up to anything like that. He's not gonna show up to when them boys was all in them police face of East Garfield. He's not gonna show up to that and try to make sure that, diffuse that situation or anything like that. He's going to continue just to lie. Like, it's crazy. But what he's starting to do too is on any place that he's about to be at, he's asking people to, if you want any questions, if you have any questions for him, you have to write them down and have them pre-approved. Pre-approved, and then ones that he wants, he'll take them. The ones he won't. So it's, oh my God, it's still the same. So it's a good one. I keep doing that, but yeah, that's the problem. I'm going through all this because I need my own spot. You understand? But no, I'm out here sacrificing everything, including my life, because I got threatened that I'm going to get my ass beat. I got threatened that somebody's going to kill us and all this stuff, me and Danielle, because we are out here fighting for us. They're out here trying to throw crazy dirt on my name, trying to bring up my past, trying to say my mom ain't got no case. Girl, we got whole lawyers. They got cases. We actually got the strongest case, a real strong case. But guess what? We don't have no more lawsuit money because he just spent $62 million in lawsuit monies taking care of all of the black people who have been locked up unlawfully for 20 and 30 years. Y'all want to continue to deal with that too? That's a Democratic Party. Democratic Party, you only gonna get paid from the Democratic Party if you get killed, if you gotta get killed, or you have to lose all your limbs. Or you gotta be locked up for like 20 to 30 years. Then they find money for you. and they find money for you. If you like are still living and you know you just want to and they committed, like took your property or like stuff like they did with us, just knocked it down and thought they was going to steal our property. We caught them. You know how you catch a thief, you know, you pay a restitution, you lock them up, pay a restitution. Well, we caught them. They tried to steal the property and they tried to lock it down, and we had all the information and all that, and they're paying millions and millions of dollars to fight the case instead of giving us the millions. But we're going to get the millions. I'm just saying. That's just how this is. So moving back. So, okay. So I'm going to end this because in 30 minutes, Danielle is going on and she wants to talk as well. And I want to listen to her live. However, I hope you guys listen to what I said. I hope that that you like and share this. And it's go time. Like it's time. Like y'all cannot sit in the house. Y'all cannot be worried about what people think. If you used to sell vagina on 79th and Lake, at the end of the day, if you've saved after that, it's okay. If you was a shooter, now you're not a shooter, you beat everything, you cool, whatever. Come on, like it's not, people mature, people change, people change, people mature. I'm mature. I totally changed my life around. There's not nothing a person can say that will hurt me. There's not nothing at all. So I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is our children. What I'm worried about is our seniors. What I'm worried about is our generational wealth. What I'm worried about is our businesses that we can't get. I'm worried about why we can't never get our corporations. But the reason why we can't get our corporations is because the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party don't want us to evolve. I don't even think they know what evolve means. They don't want you to evolve. They want us to continue to be down in the dumps. That's what they want. That's what they are. So yeah, like you crazy. It's nuts. It's nuts. But we have to stick by him. We have to stand by President Trump. And if you have an issue with him fighting for the 14th Amendment on our behalf, then I don't want to have nothing to do with you. You can unfollow me. I will never speak to you again. If you say anything negative about Trump, I don't care how long I've known you. If you're not paying attention to what's going on and seeing what the bigger issue is, then you ignorant. And I don't want to be around anybody that's ignorant at your big age. It's crazy. Zoe Leigh, that's my channel. That's that piece, y'all. Oh, Danielle's is, hold on, I'll give it to y'all right now. It is Danielle Carter. I'll write it in here. Danielle Carter, 1756. All right, let's see if it goes. Yeah, so that's it. Danielle Carter, 1756. She's gonna be on at 7:00, and she got some good stuff to talk about too. She got it from. So you getting from two different angles. You know, we all on one thing, but it's time. But y'all gonna have to start coming out. Y'all cannot be scared to not come. Like, social media is cool. Continue to do social media because we need social media, but y'all gonna start coming outside. Tomorrow I'm gonna be at the finance meeting, and the budget meeting at 121 North LaSalle in Chicago. The finance meeting starts at 10 a.m. So you can see all. I don't even know why they're having a finance meeting because we're financially broke. And then at 1:00 they have the government budget meeting, which I don't know why, because we have no budget. But I love to go there and watch them lie and figure it out. But this time it's over. But you guys need to start going. Y'all need to start going. Even if you're not in Chicago, if you somewhere else, you need to start going to y'all finance meetings. Y'all need to start going to y'all finance meetings, your budget meetings, y'all housing meetings, all that. Y'all need to really start paying attention because they've literally are, especially in the blue cities, they're literally doing whatever they can to try to keep this little money train going, because it's done. It's over. So I honestly think that, yeah, but we need to, there's all hands on deck. It's all hands on deck. It's America first. MAGA, Chicago Fist Red, Freedmen, anybody that's on that. I don't need to talk to any scholars about what we need to do. This is real common sense. If y'all had it down pat, y'all would have been did it a long time ago. So let me do my 4 the way I'm doing my 4 with Chicago Fit Red in my group. You do your 4, and meet us at the pyramid. But what I think is a protest, and letting y'all Congress people and letting everybody know that if y'all don't pass that birthright citizenship, it's over for y'all. Like, if y'all, I mean, it's over. Because we know what y'all about. We know what y'all about. And y'all need to talk to every Hakeem, all them pieces of black shit that's in Congress and government that's out here. Y'all praise Cory Booker for that dumbass. He was there for 5 hours. You know, that was the longest of him. Who cares? Who cares? That was political theater. Stand with Trump. Take your egos and stuff. If y'all really humanitarians and public servants like President Trump is, because he didn't, you know what I'm saying, didn't take his salary and all that, then y'all need to go stand with him. If you really care about good government, if you really care about saving America and saving the citizens, saving our kids, you need to go ahead and stand with President Trump, Cory Booker, Hakeem Jeffries, Roland Martin, all y'all, Jasmine Crockett, AOC, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Pocahontas, Warren, all y'all, Obama, anybody that got something negative, Bruce Springsteen, all y'all. Bruce Springsteen got a problem with it, right, Mom? What? Bruce Springsteen? Yeah, Bruce Springsteen. All y'all need to go stand with him if y'all really, 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 really care. Because that's our amendment. Now it's gonna be taken care of regardless. Because I'm trying to tell you, y'all think January 6th was something. That's our amendments. Y'all ain't about to take our amendments. Like, y'all can let John Leguizamo send y'all off if y'all want to. John Leguizamo is a Hispanic KKK. All that shit he lying about, now he's lying. He's lying. They really thought that they were going to take like they were like crossing black Americans out, like crossing us out, and it was just going to be Hispanic. The Hispanics, they came over here, they fled. They were going to have their own story about how they had to build this country. They're telling me, we built this country, we had to do all this, we came over here, we didn't know what to do, we we built that. That was going to do all this. Yeah, but with the help of these trash ass entertainers and these foreigners in government, with these sellout black Americans that are in government too, that ain't about shit and never was about shit, and they still ain't gonna be about shit when they get them out, when we get them out of office. So that's that piece, y'all. I'll see y'all on Danielle Carter's page. Appreciate y'all.